Traveling is one of the most favorite hobbies of people around the world. However, why they like to travel and how they enjoy the traveling experience is not the same. Some of them may travel to relax as well as release their stress, while others may travel to develop their own skills and knowledge. This is what we call as tourism. There are several branches of tourism. One of them is domestic tourism. Domestic tourism is basically the act of traveling within our own nation. It is responsible to increase a nation's gross domestic product as well as the rate of the employment. Domestic tourism can be vital in providing an even greater level of spending in emerging regions. It is a lucrative field since, while being involved in the domestic tourism, they will be more aware of the history and culture of their own country too. It is likely to be less of a hassle since it will lead to no language barriers, differences in terms of currency, food preferences, or even clashes of ethics. As we know, there are many countries that are very good in managing their domestic tourism industry. For example, in the United Kingdom. In the UK, 34% of their domestic tourists say they choose to travel in the UK due to their own personal choice. Meanwhile, 32% of them choose to travel in their country as domestic holidays are more affordable. Malaysia is a good example of domestic tourism. Ever since the year 1995 until 2016 recently, there were 189.3 million visitors involved in this industry throughout the years. This is mostly due to the fact that the government has made every Saturday and Sunday the official weekend for most of the states in our country since 1994, except for Kedah, Terengganu, Kelantan, and Johor, where their weekends are on every Friday and Saturday. They are encouraged to use this weekend to travel due to the long working hours. Thus, the domestic tourists are given various choices to choose for the best travel destination to go for their holiday. Therefore, we have decided to choose Cameron Highlands in Pahang as our project study. We have found out that Cameron is a very interesting destination to be explored. To make it more meaningful, Cameron was listed as one of the most visited places in Malaysia yearly. Hence, the curiosity and popularity of the place has led us to venture to Cameron Highlands. According to history, Cameron Highlands was first discovered in 1885 by an English surveyor, which is William Cameron. Yet, the place lay abandoned for nearly 40 years until a British administrator by the name of Sir George Maxwell developed it as a hill station. Soon, hotels, schools, and homes were developed as British and locals settled in. Today, Cameron Highlands is the leading highland resort destination in this country. Therefore, after doing research on the favorite activities available for tourists in Cameron Highlands, we have found out that most of them prefer to do leisure activities, such as visiting, sightseeing, and taking photos. Thus, we took this golden opportunity to visit those places recommended by them. We went there on the 6th April 2018 for 3 days and 2 nights to do some social experiments.
First, kenapa saya pilih Cameron Highland? Mestilah keadaan cuacanya lah kan. Sebab sini keadaan cuacanya berbeza sedikit daripada tempat yang kelahiran saya lah. Saya asal daripada Selangor. Jadi kat sini cuacanya persekitarannya berbeza sikit daripada Selangor. Dan saya rasa sini lebih selesa lah daripada tempat saya sendiri.
First impression tu best, lepas tu cantik lah. Tapi asal saya dekat Kundasang kat Sabah, so lebih kurang je kan.
We've been here before, so this is not our first time. Saya datang sini dengan kawan-kawan lah. Ada 7 orang.
Oh, sendiri bukan dengan agensi?
Bukan, sendiri.
Kita hari Jumaat. 3 hari 2 malam.
So far we went to the tea plantation.
Ini saya first time, so sini je lah yang first kat Boh Tea Garden ni.
Since we have found out that our domestic tourists love to visit tea plantations, we went to Boh Tea Plantation in Sungai Palas to experience what it was like to be there too. It took us about 20 minutes from Tanah Rata to arrive to the plantation.
Originally was a coffee plantation opened up by a Danish planter. Unfortunately, the Danish planter did not do his homework and he lost a lot of his business because coffee at that time cannot live in mid-mountain area above 500 meters. There was not much research and development yet. And then later, when he lost his money, he sold his estate to Mr. J.A. Russell, who happened to be an English contractor who built Bangunan Sultan Abdul Samad, the old railway station in Kuala Lumpur, Mr. J.A. Russell. And because he being an Englishman, he have a good connection with the colonial government. Therefore, he acquired the land slowly but gradually for the interest of planting tea, which is a British favorite pastime. So slowly but gradually, he began to acquire the land. Until now, he got more or less about 250 hectares in total.
There is also a cafe where the visitors can enjoy drinking tea from the fields. Not only that, the tea centre features an exhibition hall to assist in tea education, as well as a souvenir and tea shop to take home some memories.
If you want to give souvenirs or as a memento, you buy tea which is a Cameroonian tea. So they find the blend. So BOH, people know that is from Cameron Highlands. So when you come here to Cameron Highlands, you must buy from the tea farm in Cameron Highlands, which is BOH, Best of Highland tea. That is the main thing. And the most top selling one is the Cameroonian Gold Blend, which come from the finest tea, which is called the 2-leaf and a bud, which is the highest standard form of tea in the world.
Apart from visiting the tea plantations, most of the domestic tourists prefer to pluck their own strawberries whenever they are in Cameron Highlands. Therefore, we went to KHM Strawberries and Jam in Taman Sedia since the Pahang royal family always come to this place.
Strawberry ni dia ditubuh pada tahun 1999 sehingga ke sekarang.
Ni ialah bisnes.
We are the first Malay yang untuk buat strawberry sebenarnya. Kita ada homemade jam, kita ada factory made jam, cordial, topping strawberry, acar strawberry dengan strawberry kering, halu strawberry. Salah satu lagi yang tempat kita orang terkenal sebabnya Tengku Mahkota Pahang, TM, dia selalu juga datang ke sini.
Many visitors have visited this farm merely to enjoy some cool desserts and shopping for other local products, since each of them are cheap, ranging from 10 ringgit to 20 ringgit. During our visit to Cameron Highlands, we can see that the tourists seem to really enjoy spending their time with their loved ones. In fact, even some of them plan to revisit and invite their family and friends who have not had the chance to travel to Cameron yet.
Next time kalau insyaAllah datang lagi kalau dengan orang lain lah pula.
Saya orang kata menjemput lah, memanggil semua kawan-kawan ataupun keluarga di luar sana yang masih belum datang ke Cameron Highlands. Anda semua kena datang sebab kat sini ada banyak tempat menarik, cuacanya yang best dan juga makanan, tempat tinggal, semua menarik. So, kawan-kawan, ahli keluarga yang masih belum sampai di Cameron Highlands, anda semua perlu datang ke sini.
However, although Cameron Highlands is a perfect getaway from the busy city life, there are several problems that arose within it. The main problems in Cameron Highlands are the traffic congestion and the limited parking space.
Ya, itu yang paling teruk.
Tapi satu juga, tengah pelancong kan, dia tak nak ikut peraturan tau. dia sepanjang tu.
Macam ni, kalau dia orang ikut parking yang tempat tak mengganggu orang nak lalu lintas, tak ada masalah.
Tak ada masalah.
Sekarang yang sikap pelancong yang orang suka
sikap orang
parking
kita tepi jalan.
Kalau
Ikut
dia orang tak buat macam tu, insya-Allah tempat ni mungkin tak jam lah.
Being listed as one of the famous places in Malaysia, the local authorities should take several actions to solve this issue so that the perception of the tourists towards Cameron Highlands can be taken to another level of appreciation and satisfaction.
This is a tourist top tourist haven in Malaysia Peninsula, in the mountain area. Better than Fraser Hills or Genting Highland. At least the government should do and aware is do some upgrading of the construction of the infrastructure, mainly the road system and also the parking lots. I'm sure all of you have experienced this, right? So please do something, because you are the nucleus of the future. You know our nerve. You can create an impact about the awareness of what you can do with your research. Hopefully, inshallah.
As a conclusion, it is an undeniable fact that most of the domestic tourists love to visit Cameron Highlands for its breezy fresh air and the outrageous sceneries that give them an opportunity to escape from the hectic daily routine in the city while giving them a one-of-a-kind experience. Therefore, we really hope that Cameron Highlands will always have a special place in every traveller's heart despite of all the scenarios happening.
But credit.